What's up, guys? Hockey TikToky is back with an all new video. Today, we are focusing on the rumors and news surrounding the either trade or extension of Noah Hanifin. All right, guys, so Calgary Flames have been in the news the entire season due to the fact that they had so many unrestricted free agents to begin the year. So at the beginning of the season, guys, they fired the GM. Well, they didn't fire him. I think he quit, but whatever. The point is, Craig Conroy became the brand new GM of the team. He said that he doesn't want to let all these unrestricted free agents either sign with new teams at the end of the season or walk away for free, essentially. So he wanted to put some plans into action to sort of allow the team to move on and have a defined role, a defined plan for the future. So to begin the year, he traded away Tyler Toffoli for Yegor Sharangovich. That was the first little move that he made. It's looking like a pretty good move so far. Both guys are on pace for around the same or equal numbers, and Sharangovich is much younger than Tyler Toffoli. So that was a really good first step for Conroy to kind of make the team a little younger. Next up, he ended up trading away Nikita Zadorov for some picks to Vancouver because Zadorov was sort of next in line to be asking for a trade. So his second move was trading away Nikita Zadorov. Zadorov actually had requested a trade of sorts over social media, and Conroy decided that it was probably best to move on from Zadorov next. And that now leaves us with just a few more unrestricted free agents who have all been in the news and the rumors since the beginning of the season. Like I said, they signed a little extension for one of their unrestricteds, which was Captain Michael Backlund. He got the extension and the captaincy at the same time. And now that leaves us with a few notable names. The most rumored of the three is Noah Hanifin. So who's going to be next, guys? A lot of people are speculating right now that Noah Hanifin could be traded. Toronto is one of the main destinations that people have been talking about for Noah. But realistically, any contending team could use a young second pair D-man like Noah Hanifin. Whether you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, or any of those teams that are trying to make a big push for the Stanley Cup, they could upgrade their defense with a young guy like Noah Hanifin. So that kind of begs us the question, what should the Flames do? Because at this point in time, the plan for the team is to get a little bit younger and sort of move into not quite a rebuild where they're tearing everything down and trading away all their top guys, but sort of retool and get a little bit younger with still some really solid players. And Noah Hanifin could be a part of that future right now. He really could be, because the dude is only 27 years old. He's on pace to have quite a great year. I believe he's on pace for 44 points, 13 goals, which would be a career high if he hits the mark of about 12, 13. And, his coaches love him. Like right now, when talking to Ryan Huska, the head coach of the Calgary Flames, he was quoted in saying, "I'd love to see him play here long term." And that was just a few days ago. Ryan Huska was asked about the play of Noah Hanifin. Other, insiders and pundits have been speculating since the beginning of the year about where Hanifin might wind up, and what might happen to him. Maybe he'll even end up re-signing with the Flames. So the rumored extension for the guy was an 8-year, $60 million contract. And for a lot of people, that would probably be okay, because by the end of that 8-year term, he would be only 35 years old, which is, getting up there for a hockey player. But we've seen plenty of other guys have career years late into their 30s, especially on the defensive front. It wasn't too long ago that one of the current Toronto Maple Leafs, former Calgary Flames, Mark Giordano, ended up winning the Norris Trophy at 35 years old himself, after playing solidly for his whole career, but he ended up just getting better and better. So maybe that's the type of path we could see for Noah Hanifin. Maybe that's the type of trajectory that this guy has right now. So it's really, really interesting, really kind of crazy to see what's going on with the Calgary Flames, because realistically, we don't know who's going where and when. What could be the next step? Calgary's in the middle of a battle right now for a playoff spot with Arizona, Edmonton, St. Louis, Minnesota, Nashville, to try to round out the last couple of wildcard spots, and they need all the help they can get. So a guy like Noah Hanifin is a great player in the back end there on the D to help make that push. So if we trade him away, maybe the team gets a little bit weaker. So what could be the return for a guy like that? That's kind of the big question. Would it be worth it to trade away a guy like Noah Hanifin? Well, I think the benchmark is to get at least a first round pick. We've seen plenty of examples over the last couple of seasons where guys that are sort of in that second pair slot, maybe a third best defenseman on the team, maybe even a second best defenseman on the team, getting traded away. And always, it's at least a first round pick coming back, plus maybe a second, plus maybe a third, plus maybe another young prospect or something like that coming back. Maybe it's a little swap for a forward. Maybe there's salary retention. I don't know. If there's salary retention, the return could be even greater. We don't know what's going on. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is when it comes to players like Noah Hanifin, the rumors are abound. He could be traded. He could resign. What's best for the team? I don't know. We don't know. If I had to be asked, honestly, and give my true opinion about what I would do if I was the GM, I would probably lean towards signing Noah Hanifin because of his age, because of his trajectory, because of the way that he's playing right now. A lot of people might disagree with that. They might think that it's a mistake, but in my opinion, a guy like that doesn't come along that often. And even if we planned on moving away from most of these top guys, like Hanifin, like Tanev, like Lindholm, even potentially people are talking about trading away the goaltender Jacob Markstrom, who's been playing lights out lately. If we moved away from all these players, surely the team would fall to the bottom of the standings, and surely we would be able to recoup a lot of assets through drafting. But the problem with that philosophy is that drafting is not a guarantee. If you don't draft good players, then your team's luck may not turn around as fast as a lot of people think it could. So, if you want to look into some examples of how not to rebuild, you don't have to look too far. Edmonton went through years and years and years of playing as one of the worst teams in the league, being bottom of the standings, picking up first round after first round after first round picks. And they finally got things together after many, many years by landing a generational talent like Connor McDavid. Another example might be the Buffalo Sabres. They tore their entire team down. They kept trying to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild through the draft. They landed a guy like Jack Eichel, and after never even making a playoffs once with him, ended up letting him walk away from the team, and he goes on to Vegas and wins a Stanley Cup. So those are some examples of rebuilding that doesn't work. We've seen other teams like New York Rangers, like maybe the LA Kings, where they started to fall down the standings a little bit after being contenders for years, and within just 2 or 3 seasons have built themselves right back up just by trading away some pieces, but not tearing it down to the studs, and really allowing for the team to kind of get back into form with good coaching and keeping some of their valuable players. So overall, guys, I don't know what's going to happen with Noah Hanifin. Maybe Toronto's going to make an offer that the Flames can't refuse. Maybe Noah Hanifin's going to say he really wants to stay and be with the team long term, and ask Craig Conroy to please give him that contract extension, and maybe things work out for the best for the team. But as of this point right now, today, anything can happen, and we'll be watching this story really closely. So thank you guys for watching the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share it, and do all that fun stuff that you love to do. Bye.